Hello once again everyone, my name is Mr. Smeghennigan and today we're going to be doing part 6 of the Team Buddies Let's Play, where we're going to be on the Ori-Mental peaks. Can you guess what sort of buildings you're going to be finding? Yes, there's going to be, another basic deathmatch sort of thing, or domination map, whatever the hell it is, you know, you go around killing everyone. Then there's going to be, control the area sort of thing. I've got to go around lighting a bunch of lanterns, you know. Then another escort mission. Oh boy, such fun. And then finally, what was it? Oh yes, the air quotes boss. You know, it's a boss, but it's air quotes, so there's no boss music. Rather annoying. Anyway, before all that though, we have the little movie.
What?
Please don't treat your cats that way. That's kinda rude. Anyway, with the ice world place completely destroyed, we've now found, well, our team's found out that there's stuff going on in the Ori-Mental peaks, so we've got to go up there and destroy the labs before the mechs can be completely, well, completed, you know, as it were. Now then, with this new mission type, or new mission set, we've got a new buddy type, the Super Buddy. He's able to shoot lasers, he's got more health than the Cyborg, as you can see, and he's also able to glide, but if he's a super buddy, like made out of blue crates, then he can fly. Unfortunately, he refuses to use weapons or vehicles because, quote, too damn double tough hard. Yeah, isn't that just fun? And then we got 4 missions again, with only Choxwahey being the first one, the chosen one. There's a basic get round there and kill everything as it is. So we gotta find, there's 3 enemy teams I mean, and we gotta go around and destroy everything we can before they can do the same to us. Now there are a bunch of use all the necessary force. There are a bunch of buttons that are scattered about. If we can press all of them at our base, we'll get a mega crate. I've just got to get around there and do it. Watch out for the... Yeah, that's meant to say Yeti, but they didn't consider that when they were making the game. A little bit dim, you know. Well, not dim. Bit of an oversight, really. Wipe out all the invaders. Oh boy, what a lovely... Actually, that's really unimaginative. Just says, kill them all. Where's me imagination? I want me imagination and such. Any damn way. This one took a surprising amount of time to load. Don't know why. Now then, with this mission started, great, it's Friday! Let's do this stuff. Now then, now I've got, the stuff going. This mission, for some reason, took like 9 minutes or so, so if I start running dry, you can tell why. There's just so much to do. Now then, I've got my, as a beginner, I've obviously made another stealthy buddy. So I've got him building whatever the hell he wants, because I know that somewhere in this map is a pocket missile. Found it on my first run completely by accident after I'd, made myself a 4-pack, I think it was? I don't remember what I'd made. But basically, I'd made a thing, and it kind of felt like a waste of resources after I found the pocket missile, because it was like, oh, well, here we go, fling. Now then, with the first button pressed, my team has started making a super buddy, which we will see later, once I've got stuff done. The middle stacking pad, or the middle there, obviously has like teleports, which you can use to teleport all over the shop. Strangely enough, the enemy buddies do not think to see, teleport, that's weird. It must have just been a sort of opening thing, like a bug by accident. Unfortunately, as you can see there, dipping in water, bad for cloaking. You also notice there's not a lot of radar movement because all the starting buddies are stealthies. The enemy don't seem to think twice about the fact that there's a floating crate around, so it's quite a weird thing. I've got a super made already, with only, 1.5 minutes gone practically. So we've got another super buddy being made, and because I'm carrying a lovely little blue crate there, we're going to have a super buddy. It's like double the super for half the time. Super stealthy would be useful, but a super buddy can fly, so it's very useful indeed. I already pressed the button here, so I don't know why it come here. Just a bit of an accident. Now, the super buddy there is obviously built, and I'm trying to find my way to the orange base so I can press their button. Oh yeah, that's kinky. And then get the stuff going. I do apologise for that horrible joke. I should have done it. Oddly enough, this place is symmetrical. If you keep if you were to rotate it, it would look the same. Unfortunately, my team is currently being attacked by some super buddies of an enemy kind, yellow types. Very rude. With the 4th button pressed, we get a super crate. try and get them to. Well, obviously, I'll try and get my get a lock onto the yellow buddies so that my team will start attacking them. 2 super buddies. That's just rude. Anyway, with the stealth bomber in tower, we can start finally dropping some bombs, as it were. Literally. Thankfully, the enemies don't seem to see me, but they don't seem to care either. Fortunately, oh, there we go. Because I've been attacking, they do see me, but gun turret's not going to do much to me. Thankfully, what was it? Because I got the stealth bombers, as it were. They do not make use of their stealth buddies very well because they're just in turrets and such. Not smart at all. And then with all this done, as I'm dropping bombs on enemies with the stealth bomber, I'm doing a lot of making a lot of damage, but it's taking a long time to make the damage. And I think my base gets destroyed in about half a minute. I forget exactly when, but you'll know because it'll announce it at the bottom. And also the blue arrow will disappear. It'll become a sort of dark arrow, not a fun thing. Now then, with this done, they're almost done building tanks, so I've got to be very quick. I've also got a super 4-pack myself, which I don't appreciate. Unfortunately, the super buddies are still on my base, so there it goes. Bye-bye home base. No more buildings for me. Unfortunate, but I can live with it, because I've got a full regiment, and most of them have weapons as well. I may have accidentally caused that super buddy on my team to go for a good old flight. Probably didn't appreciate it. Now then, with that base destroyed, with our base destroyed, unfortunately, I don't need to worry about defending it anymore. It's kind of a look at the bright side sort of thing. We don't have to defend it anymore, but that's because it's gone. Anyway, going out of the map boundaries is obviously not the best way to turn around, because if you mess it up, then of course there you go, see one of the enemy super buddies managed to see me and hit me with a bit of straight laser fire. Well, it's not straight because it's targeted right towards me. Anyway, and he's running around with a taser for some reason. I don't know what he's planning to do with that. Nothing inductive, I can imagine. I've put up a big resistance for it. Anyway, enough dumb jokes. Let's continue attacking the yellow base. I think that's one of the turret stands, so they can no longer attack me from the air. They're going to have to actually try and work to kill me. As you can see, there's an enemy trying to steal one of the bases. They've got 6 crates on that, so I've got to be quick before they can get anything done. Flying up there, and one of my super buddies is trying to punch one of the enemy buddies to smithereens. Always a fun time. Because there's nothing to build, all of my buddies are going to be meandering around, killing whatever they see. If I tell them to attack that base, they'll attack that bloody base. So very fun. Unfortunately, they're a lot more keen on killing each other, or killing other supers. Fortunately, the yellow super managed to kill my blue. It's an unfortunate circumstance, but we can live without it. Now then, with all that done, let's mosey on down to here, where obviously they've finally taken one of my suggestions and started destroying and completely destroyed the orange base. And then there's only the green base left, so I'm gonna get a lock onto it. Don't know what they're building there, but it can't be anything good. There's a green buddy there still trying to do stuff. Again, don't try and turn around going outside of the map. It can go wrong. You end up wasting time. No, thankfully there's not much left of the green base left. Well, not much health left on the green base, so it's just a simple matter of air bomb and death. Thank you. Now, with that base down, it's time to pick off the stragglers. Take out all the greens, yellows, and as you can see, they're all very, very quickly falling like flies, I think the term was, but oh well. As you see, the plane as well is able to pick up crates, but I never get to use it because normally by the time I have a plane, I don't need to build. Instead of doing what I did last time and drop the stealth bomber in order to run around destroying things, I decided to swap over to my super buddy and start raining hell. I accidentally attacked my ship. Bad idea. See, the last time I played this, the first time I played through this stage, as it were, I had accidentally I dropped out of the stealth gunner or stealth ship, stealth harrier, I forget the name. I dropped out of the ship to, run around and punch people up. Unfortunately, one of the Stealthies managed to get into the ship and into the plane and fly off with it. That was the last I ever saw of him. Like, I could hear it flying above ground or above me, but that was about it. As you can see, one of my buddies just got robbed there. Not the most conductive of things to do. I think he got robbed anyway. Maybe he was cheering. I can never tell anymore. Because, as you can see there, playing as a super lets you see the enemy, the cloaked buddies, and if you punch an enemy buddy, it sends them into a head spin, which can stun them for a couple of seconds, opening them up to a combo punch, which, you know, just lets you kill everything real quickly. Now then, unfortunately, this last minute or so is going to be extremely boring because of the fact that I'm using the radar to try and search for the buddy that I just passed there. Yeah, you can see the buddies, but you don't actually see them on the radar, which I was using to try and search. Not my brightest of moments, as you can tell, but that comes later. I mean, because I was like, oh, what do I do now? I just decided to attack that guy I hope that the last orange buddy pops up, or the last enemy buddy, whatever the hell it is. Very stupid hope, as it were, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just sort of flying around, doing the thick end of fuck-all. Yes, anyway, as you can see, as you can tell, as you can even hear maybe, the super buddies always speak with an absolute flavour of heroism in their voice. They are always for the greater good and such, as you can tell, you know, based off of Superman and such. Very, very obvious sort of thing. Well, if it's not obvious for some people. You mean my weapon is strong? Thank you. Yeah, as you can tell, very, very obvious basis. And after a while, I finally get it through my bloody head that, you know, maybe I shouldn't be using the radar to look for someone whose ability is to cloak away from the radar. And look, there he is, glowing like a bright spot on the map. I think I'd have spotted him sooner, considering I was trying to search for bright spots on the map. Anyway, with him dead, he drops his strange-looking taser, and victory has been assured for the blue team. Oh yes, always the greatest.
So, it's a flying cross to our winners, a flying V.
And I think that was meant to be a flying V to our losers. That voice does not remind you of anyone whatsoever, so don't think otherwise. Anyway, we now have Chinese burn and return to sender. We do Chinese burn first because this is the easier of the two to do, as it were. Now then, we got to find the 5 lanterns around here that have been set up by enemy buddies, light them up, and then light the buddies up. You know, the usual thing. Come on, why wasn't I scrolling this? Anyway, yeah, here we go. Decimate the enemy, as you do. So basically, we've got to find all these lanterns that are down there, just noted there. And we've got to find a way to get to one of the lanterns, which is in a very precarious position. We managed to find it in the end, of course. And, of course, yeah, it says to bloody destroy the enemy bases this time, which, you know, it never does that. Let me just do the thing here. Oops, there we go. Now then, with this level loaded properly, we can now finally go on to...
What's going on?
Thank you. And we get, what was it, not super buddies, we get commandos and I think ninjas for this particular battle type. With him started, we can start building stuff a lot quicker. Or at least, he can start building stuff a lot quicker. I decided to go around and harass the enemy teams. It's very easy with a scatter bomb. Just go around and sort of fire in their general direction. Now then, there's one of the 5 lanterns turned on. Like with the rubbish, that rubbish level from Central Park. As you can see, they're not exactly made of the toughest materials. What was it? With like with Central Park, the enemy can turn the lanterns back off. Although, you know, usually if I'm able to kill them fast enough, it doesn't really matter too much. Now, once again, you see the brilliance of scatter bombs at work, as it's already dead. I was a bit confused at that point, because it was like, how did I do that? And then with the bases down, with the bases down, we're able to just destroy the enemy without them having to worry about them rebuilding. Unfortunately, they've already got a good 3 or 4 buddies per team already, so it's kind of an annoyance. And again, they have cluster bombs. But so do I. Well, not cluster bombs, scatter bombs. Which is a bit of an unfortunate thing. Except it lets me do some minor carpet bombing. That dude's got a taser. I don't know what he's expecting to do with that thing. Oh, maybe he's trying to give us a bit of a shock. Oh yes, obvious jokes and such. Now then, with almost all of the yellow team completely destroyed. I think the yellow team's completely destroyed. There's just this orange dude left. Like, after a while, I just decided to punch him in the face, because he's just not dying. Like, I've managed to scorch the landscape here, and it's got nothing done. Oh yeah, one of the enemies managed to get close to our base and try to attack. Yeah, there's the last yellow bastard. Fortunately, he's not too healthy, so, you know, a couple of swift hits would kill him. You girls blouse. Alright. We get it. You girls blouse. You did nothing to try and defend. He's a bit of a twit. Oh, jeez. Thankfully, I've already got a full regiment and decent enough weapons. Alright, with that yellow bugger dead. I think, what was it? Now it's time to relight all the lanterns. Oh, such an amazing teleport. There's an orange bugger. And there's two of them. I really should have gone for the taser. It would have been so much more amusing. Being able to give everyone shock treatments. And with that, I think, yep, there's all the oranges gone. We get it, you girls' blouse. Now that's all the oranges gone. My mistake. Unfortunately, I lost on my dude, but I managed to grab his full-pack missile. Yeah, don't give hover tanks to team buddies, to your team buddies, because they're not the smartest with them. They're very quick on land and water, but yeah, there's a button there, obviously, which you probably spotted. I didn't know that was going to happen, so whoops. Now then, with only 2 lanterns left, it's a pretty simple case of getting up to that first lantern. Easy. And pressing the button to make a mega crate drop, and then getting to the last lantern. Whoops, I fuscated that jump. I don't even know how the hell you describe it. Thank you. Yeah, I managed to mess the jump up somehow. Now then, with this button, in comes a mega crate. Oh, what a lovely sound. Don't know why it's facing this way, but whatever. Now then, with the stealth bomber in hand, we can finally fly off to the final lantern, which is over there. You see it popping into view. Not actually popping into view, but whatever. Hop out. And we win! Hooray! What a victory.
Winner, have crispy fried pork with noodle.
Oh boy, more stereotypes. I do apologise. I don't know why I'm apologising, but whatever. Anyway, with that done, we've managed to unlock stuff again. And we now get to do the third stage, Return to Sender. Please, no songs. I don't think I'm even allowed to do that anyway. Now then, we've managed to find the factory, and we've got to take Dr. Madasalori to the factory because he's, quote, volunteered to go and deal with it. You can tell where this is going, can't you? And we've got to find a jeep, let him have a bit of a ride in it, and then take him into one of the enemy bases. Keep it covert. We have to do this very, very subtly without rousing suspicion. You can tell where this is going, can't you? Yeah, basically, I've also got to make sure that the scientist at least gets a bit of a ride in the vehicle, and try and keep the damn thing in one piece. That's kind of a given, as it were. I wonder if you'll get that one. Now then. 8 whole minutes of escort. Isn't it just fun? Oh boy. Now then, with the stage loaded.
What's going on?
Let's go. Thankfully, because Dr. Madasalori is quote injured. I don't think he's injured or not, but I don't know. He doesn't move from his location, so I'm fine to start with. Yeah, unfortunately the enemy are very quick to start up, so I've decided to equip myself quickly before they can get the drop on me. I think they've just started. Yeah, here comes one of the oranges. He's already started to attack the base. So I've got to use the taser to, you know, get him killed. Right, very conductive to our victory. And hop on my team buddy's head, and we've got the full pack missile as I'm hopping over the fucking landscape ninja style. And I got him building his own stuff there, so that things can get started as I decided to rain hell onto the enemies. Oh look, a yellow guy popped out of nowhere. He wouldn't have seen me if it weren't for me. He wouldn't have been seen if I hadn't accidentally hit him. Unfortunately, the enemy the orange team is just about to finish building a tank, so I've got to be quick. Unfortunately, quick is not my middle name. It's more of ambulatory. That may not have been the best idea because I used 4 shots to get 30 ammo, which is about 6 shots. Oh boy, I am intelligent. So I decided to break all the oranges crate. Don't know why he tried to attack there. Now, thanks to the homing capabilities, I'm able to destroy his face. Yes, that is exactly the definition of the term. I think that's all the oranges killed, actually. So destroying this base isn't going to be too much of a bother, especially considering, well, there's no one trying to defend it. Oh, excuse me. Smoking, and it's almost dead, meaning I get... what was it? Well, I'll get stuff. I'll use the items, obviously, to run in and attack the enemy base. The other enemy base. Yeah, did I pick that? I did pick that up. Anyway, my other commando there is busy working on... Oh, yeah, there we go. there's a bunch of turrets already attacking me. Not the most amazing way to start this, as you can tell. Now Stealthy is doing the exact opposite of what he should be doing. Unfortunately, I died, so yeah, I'm a genius. Stealthy created. Yes, it is Friday. It's always Friday in Buddy World. Unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately, who knows? Now then. Oh, there's an orange dude. He just... don't know what the hell he was doing. He's probably still lamenting the loss of his base. Didn't know where to go. He didn't even have a weapon. I really should let him live. Really should. I am so nice. Now then, with that done, I'm gonna have, again, my Stealthies gonna be pinching crates to try and build stuff. Oh, try and build more Stealthies, as I decide to raid the enemy base. Hopefully I've got enough ammo to be able to suffice. HP, however, is a bit of an issue. A real bit of an issue. Now then, get me Super Commando going. He's gonna be... oh god, yeah, the yellows are attacking again. Thankfully I've got a load of super crates, so I can make a bunch of weapons if I want to. Unfortunately, the Super Commando hasn't got much going for him, so not exactly the most amazing things. I don't even know where the bloody Super Commando's gone now. Now then, because of the world building thing being a bit weird, I don't know where the hell my other buddy's gone, so I'm gonna have... I think I end up switching to him at some point. Oh boy, I'm sorry, there's dead air right now. There's not much going on. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell my other buddy's done. And then unfortunately, what was it? The Super 4-pack missile there. Oh, I think he's trying to steal crates from the enemy again. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no, wait, there he is. He's coming back. Yay, hello there, my good friend. And then with 2 Super Commandos going, I'll have them building whatever the hell they want. Unfortunately, one of them's already gone to attack the enemy base. You can tell how that's going to go. Thankfully, because I'm playing a Stealthy, they don't know that I'm sneaking up on them. Ooh, espionage and such. Right up until I start assailing the base with the Super 4-pack missile. Haha, yes. And then I've really got to be careful, considering the homing missiles can keep homing even after I've cloaked. As I showed before, on, what was it, Hurdy Birdie. Thankfully, they don't really... grabbing all the crates doesn't rouse too much suspicion. And weirdly enough, they just left a hover tank somewhere, just sort of milling about for no reason, as it were. Oh, there's a Stealthy there. You just if you looked closely, you could see his shadow sort of flitting about. Thankfully, they're about as gung ho as I am, so everything is murdered. One Stealthy down, and time for the other Stealthy who's currently stuck on a tree. Yeah, fun times. Those are flame tanks. Hovering flame tanks. And with that, we think we've got all the buddies killed. Thankfully, I don't actually remember if killing all the buddies was a thing that had to be done. Well, whatever. I've managed to clear the buddy areas, the place of buddy patrol for the most part. Once I've killed these 2, of course. Thankfully, because I don't know how to build those. I don't know. But anyway, there's only one yellow Stealthy left with him down. I said, with him down. There we go, thank you. With him down, I can finally safely sneak in, grab the jeep, sneak the good doctor back in. Got a super Stealthy in, so all is well. Now then, like I said, super sneaky. They can't know that I'm doing this. Unfortunately, I got in the backseat, so that was not my best idea. And as you can see, because now that I've managed to get in here, I've got to grab the scientist. Thank you, game. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to take the teleport doors, as it were. You know, the door to before, or whatever it is. So I've got to drive very slowly back to the base, grab the doctor, and then drive very slowly into the enemy base, which is obviously, which is still completely intact, of course. I'm just not going to say anything about it. And they're building a super tank, which is always a very useful thing. I accidentally ran over one of my Stealthies. And with the doctor in tow, let's take him to the base. I'm still quite confused as to... Thank you. I'm still quite confused as to why exactly they decided, yeah, you got to bring this guy into the enemy base. They don't know that you're doing that, so, you know, try and keep it covert. Even though there's going to be a ton of buddies all rearing and willing to try and kill you. I think I took the back road. It was a bit of a bad idea. Not very dirty, oddly enough. Thank you. Still got one buddy trying to build a tank. See, this is what happens if you manage to get complete control of the area before making the initial objective. Your buddies just start building everything they can. You know, they arm themselves, they make supers if they can, and then tanks everywhere. It's like a world of tanks. Anyway, with this guy done, all we just have to do is drop him off at the quote base, and we win. Hooray! Thank you.
I haven't had this much fun since Aston Villa won the cup.
To be fair, that is quite an amusing thing. Now then, with what was it, that done, we unlock the undead skin for multiplayer. Basically, half burns. Ooh. Now then, with that done, it's time for the friggin' boss battle, as it were. Well, it's technically a boss battle, but not really. With the, our team's lost contact with Dr. Madasalori, the person who has obviously been on our side, so, yeah, he's dead apparently. So we've got to get in there and destroy the factory. Big style, as it were. As you can see, there's going to be bio turrets, or whatever the hell they are. There's going to be a bunch of enemies trying to shoot at us. Not a fun thing. Well, it's very fun, right up until they kill you. Very simple thing, take out the factory and destroy its occupants. Not for lunch, of course, that's kind of weird. Now then, there's 4 buttons, well, we'll see when the stage loads in, as it is. Thank you. Because it's a boss fight, no base, no stacking pads, it's one basic super commando. Basic super commando? No. Anyway, there's 4 buttons dotted around the stage, and as you press them, you get new weapons. Only one is active at a time, so you press one, the next one activates, which lets you grab a better weapon. It goes from, what was it, from basic weapon to grenade to heavy weapon to, well, you'll find out. And then, obviously, this thing has 4 turrets, which are which you have to destroy in order to destroy the main base. Thankfully or not thankfully, they're all very, very, very painful in that they shoot homing missiles, but you can use that to your advantage to take out some of the walking turrets, as it were, the mech things. I don't know what they are. They're considered NPCs, so it doesn't show much buddies killed, because they're technically not buddies. Yeah, they're still crates dropping, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be able to regen my health. I decided to use this opportunity with one of the sentries down to get the next mega crate. No wha-ha noise. I can't do that anyway. With go from, what was it, the pocket missile upgrade to the scatter bombs. It's not super, but, well, it's good enough. What was it? There's 2 different types of walker mechs, walker turrets. There's the ones that shoot the missiles, as you can see, the ones with the big barrels that shoot missiles. One with the small barrels will shoot laser beams. You won't notice them much because I don't actually encounter them until later on. Kind of a weird situation. And yeah, because this is technically a boss fight, but for some reason they decided to keep the regular battle music. And I was in a bit of a grim situation here, as you can tell. Very low health. Oh, there's the lasers. There's the 3rd button, which touching it will do something amazing. Also, I'm hoping you guys haven't noticed, but I figured I may as well bring it up now. There's something weird with this stage, as it is. Makes it so that you can see this weird dark square around my buddy. Not the best of things, because it's kind of showing its age or some shit. It happened on all the levels, but it's the most noticeable here for some reason. Like there, you can see it right now. Very annoying that it happened, but it's part of the game. I couldn't really edit it out, as it were. Now then, with another one of the turrets nearly destroyed, I run out of ammo, so I'm going to have to decide the best thing to do is to get more health, obviously. You know, this stage involves a lot of kiting, as you can see. I've got to avoid death, as it were. All these trees all have... the trees and buildings all have different power-ups, and the only way to know which thing has what is to destroy them beforehand, die several times as such. This one has an ammo cache. Oh, and 2 hearts. The one next to it also has an ammo cache, which is always very useful. Unfortunately, by now they've got about 10 enemy turret things that are going to be hell-bent on destroying me. That's another turret down. And that's another turret down. Oh, don't you just love chain explosions? It's why I like that there is no smart fire in this, as it were. Everything can hurt each other. Everything can hurt everything else. I think it was. I want to say it was like a design choice, but I'm pretty sure it's just because it was easier to do this. have everything be able to damage everything else, so you know not to try and shoot your own team buddies. The only distinction is that you can't lock onto your friendly buddies. Or you can't R1 lock onto your team buddies. And here's the third weapon. Oh, that heavenly sound of Super 4-pack missile. Unfortunately, I do tend to hit myself a lot with this thing, which is a bit of a stupid thing. And there's the fourth button, but I don't touch it until later because I'm saving that for a special occasion. With the, what was it, only one turret left, it's time for the real challenge, locking onto the damn thing and breaking it. Locking on, as it were. As you can see, I'm doing some damage to the base itself, but not doing much. Now I can damage the factory proper. I'm really hoping my weird hand ambulations are not doing anything to mess with the sound quality of this video. Anyway, as you can see, every time I hit myself or someone else hit, I think it's mainly just if I hit myself, then I lose my lock-on, which is kind of an annoyance. Oh, that's a thing as well. You don't really see it very well, but there is a stacking pad in there, and you see the crates dropping in every so often. As you can see, blue base destroyed. So strange. You can hear something walking out now. They've managed to finish something in there, and it's a horrifying thing. With the copter gunship in tow, we can see what it is. It's a mech, a proper mech. Why is he wearing another bloody pickle harp? They all have pickle harps for some reason. I think it's trying to say something. Well, apart from the Wrong Brothers, they had a fancy hat. And it's just clearing out the rest of the enemies. The gunship can do the whole strafing thing as well, and stay in the air. But staying still is not the best of ideas because this dude has the Hammer of Thor. As you can see, he's just basically hitting me with lightning. It's horrifying. Now then, nearly dead, but with a full stack of ammo, I decided to attack this place again because I was doing that before, and this is why I was attacking it. It drops the shield. Very useful. Then I realised, wait a minute, I can circle strafe. Oh boy. Thank you. This is kind of a hilarious scene. I mean, even without the shield, I'm mostly safe. Because he just doesn't know how to deal with me. Thankfully, there's not much. This is the last phase of the battle, as it were, because once that mech explodes, the pilot dies, because he doesn't think, let's get out of here. Truly a Pyrrhic victory. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened there either. I mean, I know what happened, but it's still... Huh. Anyway, with that boss completed, we finished Ori-Mental Peaks with with only 2 world donuts left to collect, one of which is already over there. And yes, it's another green stage. We're in the jungle for the next world, which is going to be oh so fun and oh so amazing. But yeah, once we've done that world, the twist will be revealed. You know, when we get there. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Thank you.